What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it, and use it to make a huge impact on the world. Enjoy. Today is a fun topic. Today we're going to talk about how to monetize our videos. This is important. I mean, we've been talking about making content for a long time, but how do you actually start making money off of it? For YouTube, you can look this up. This is just right from YouTube's webpage. Here's what you need to qualify for the program. The hardest thing for most people is usually the 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months. Most of this is pretty basic stuff. You know, you're not breaking any of the policies and guidelines. You're not posting content about guns and drugs and things that might get you banned. You have it. The partner program exists in your country. Most of us are North America, but if not, YouTube partner program probably exists in your country. There's no strikes in your channel. You can create an AdSense account. Like, all these are fairly easy. The second hardest thing is 1,000 subscribers. Getting that first 1,000 subscribers is hard, but the hardest thing is getting the 4,000 watch hours. 4,000 watch hours in the past year. And advertising doesn't count. It used to count. That's how a lot of people are hacking the system. Oh, I'll just run some ads for my channel. And YouTube counted that to qualify for the program. They took that out. So this is also why the length of the video matters. If you're making short 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos, you might get to the 1,000 subscribers. Or if you're just doing YouTube shorts, for example, you might get to the 1,000 subscribers, but you're not getting the 4,000 hours of watch time. So longer videos, if you're just getting started, or if you're on the cusp, or this is your next goal is, hey, I want YouTube to pay me for my content. And again, YouTube's the best place for content because they actually do pay you. Instagram just announced something yesterday about programs for creators, but it's only to a select few. But this is the most robust system for any social media site, and it pays the most. So this is where you want to be thinking, at least right now, for making money from your content. And we need to be thinking long form content. So if this is your next goal for the channel, 1,000 subscribers and long content that people watch to give us our best shot to qualify. Once you do this, it doesn't take very long, like say a week max to get qualified to be approved so that your account's all linked up. But yeah, this is usually the hardest part to get in. So what else do we have to do to qualify? So how do we get our first 1,000 subscribers, and how do we get our first 4,000 hours of watch time, right? That becomes the next question. Is like, great, I can meet all those other criteria, but how do we get that kind of level of content and viewership on my channel? So the first one is just making consistent content, right? We know this, just like anything else. If you want to win at anything, you want to win in the gym, you want to win with your diet, you want to win in business, you want to win on YouTube, you have to make consistent content. I don't know if James is in the house or not, but James was in the Discord yesterday, and he's a high school student. He's in Movement Makers. He's a high school student, probably our youngest Movement Makers in the house. Is getting set to go to college next year. And we were chatting last night on our Discord, and he was saying, "Hey, I need to get back on making my videos. I'm gonna make one tomorrow." I was pushing him in the chat, and I went to his Instagram, and he had made 5 videos since the beginning of the year, and we're at January 19 yesterday. Now, that's probably ahead of some of you here in this group. Some of you here may not have done any videos in January. So it's not a competition of who's better than who. But if your goal is to be a speaker, then you have to be speaking every day. You got to be making videos and speaking every day. And I challenged him yesterday, and it was, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, at least East Coast. I don't know where he's living. And he said, okay, I'm going to do one tomorrow. And I wrote back, well, what you mean by tomorrow is you're going to get one done before the end of the night, right? And so he went and he filmed the video and he put it up, and it was fire. You go to his Instagram and check it out. It was fire. And that's the thing, is we come up with all these reasons why we can't do it. And that one was one of my favorite ones that he's done. And it didn't take maybe as much prep or timing, or he realized he was under the gun and had to get it done, but he did. And so you have to put it on your calendar to get it done. That perfect never exists, that we're just trying to make it a little bit better the next time, that we don't overthink the editing and the microphone and the background and the lighting and the everything else, and that content has to go up. Nothing should get in the way of you making content. Like this is why we do the challenge, the impact challenge for this month and the ones we've done in the previous months, is just to try to get you to force consistency. Because if you say you're going to go live and make a video with Zan, you're going to show up for Zan. We may not show up for yourself. And so we're trying to force the momentum, because this is one of the biggest things that just holds people back at the beginning from getting towards their goals. You have a message, you know what matters, you know it's important, but we're not staying consistent enough. So I like having a day per week. My day is Tuesday, and that's my day to make YouTube videos. And some days I feel better than others. Some days I'm more motivated than others. Some days I have the vibe and I'm ready to go compared to others. But every day I'm still making videos. Made videos, concussion, broken neck, going through a car wash, walking outside in the freezing cold, made videos through all of it. Sick, made videos when I had no throat, like I couldn't talk. I legit couldn't talk. So I wrote out on sticky notes and just kept showing that to the camera, right? It's also for you to teach yourself that you are the person who follows through. If your goal is to be a speaker, then yeah, every day. And if you think about it, if I think about James last night, I wish I asked him. And James, if you're in the house, I'd love to know, like, how long did that video last night take him? He's sitting in his room or his basement or something, and he's spitting fire into the camera. How long did that actually take? And if you think about it, how long do your videos actually take? If you had infinite time, you'll spend infinite time. You'll plan it, you'll script it, you'll get it all set up, etc. But if you really had to get a video up today, how long would it take you to actually sit down and film and post? It doesn't have to take that long. The first video that made me proud was after I came home so I made 350 videos on my channel before I wasn't completely embarrassed by myself, and 700 something before I was proud of myself. And the video that made me proud was I came home from meeting a bunch of entrepreneurs, and it was late at night, and I was pushing all of them, and for whatever reason, it was just fighting. Like nobody would seem to be listening. It was also me, I'm sure, for not being as great a communicator as I wish I could be. And I was just really frustrated because I wanted them to win, and it felt like what I was saying just was having no impact on them. And I came home, and it was dark, and I sat down on the floor in my bedroom, turned on my old laptop, and pressed record, and just started ranting into the camera. That was the first video that I was proud of. And it's better than a lot of the ones that I recorded before that were perfect, perfect set up with the lighting that took me hours to record. So when we think quality, people say, well, it's not quality. Well, it's still back to quality of thought. Quality of thought. Your job is to teach me something. People are not subscribed to you because you have the perfect audio and the perfect music and background and B-roll. That's not why people will watch your content. If you're an editor, yes. But for thought leaders, it's the quality of thought. You have a message. Can you make me think like you think? That's the only thing that matters. And so there's no reason why you can't be making a daily video. You turn the camera sideways for YouTube. You have a message on your heart. You press record and you post. But what about editing? If you don't have time to edit, great. Like editing cannot be the reason why you are not creating content. Makes sense? Beatrice is saying, I don't do videos frequently because I used to think people will tire of seeing me. Yeah, and this is real. And let me be the example for you. We've done over 10,000 videos on the channel. Not all are public. There's almost 7,000 public videos on my channel. Do you think that I can talk about believe in 7,000 different ways on the channel with never repeating myself? Right? You don't worry about repeating the same message. I say the same 20 things on repeat. I'll use different examples. Even this morning, as I came on and started sharing this, and I talked about going through the snow. I've talked many times about you do difficult things and you're built to serve. That's not a new message for me, but I get to share it in a new context of me going through the snow and giving an up-to-date 2022, like yesterday example. And so that's a great challenge that you can give yourself, is the message that you want to give people is not just the same foundation story stuff what happened to you 10 years ago. Today, there's a message. Yesterday, there was a message. There's something happening right now that could be a message. It's a little bit of a mental exercise to make that happen. But that's part of the skill set of becoming a better speaker. And so don't assume that people have seen all your videos, right? Beatrice, don't assume that people have watched all your videos. They haven't. Unless it's your mom. And then maybe she's watched all of them, but they probably haven't seen all your videos. And the ones that have, don't assume that now they've got the message. So if you've watched a video of mine that said believe, what now all of a sudden you believe in yourself and you're on fire from the one video, right? It's like they need you consistently in their life. The fastest way to change somebody is to change their environment, right? This is your job. You are part of these people's environment because the people who you are serving have an environment that is keeping them stuck right now. And they're hoping to find somebody to help them. And it's not just the ideas that you give them, it's the energy, it's the hope, it's the belief that something can change. And even if you give them energy and hope and belief today, they're going to wake up tomorrow and fall back to who they were. So they need you again. They need you consistently. And I'm sure you guys have seen this. If there's somebody who you've mentored or coached or trained over a period of time, you see their growth, you see the development, you see them getting better. But if it's just a one-off event or a one-off video, maybe that has an impact. But it's not likely going to have a deep, long-term, ongoing impact. Like if you brush your teeth once, you're still going to get cavities, right? It's the brushing the teeth every day. And that's what you can be for people. You are the toothbrush and the toothpaste for people every day to help them be healthy. So I get the mindset. I mean, I felt it too. And that's the trick that I had to use for myself is that one, people have not seen all my videos. There's no way. Even the most hardcore fans have not seen all my videos. And two, even if they have, they still need that message again. And my tree says, be the toothbrush. Here we go. Be the toothbrush, everybody. Be the toothbrush. If you want to watch the full version of this video, as well as train live with me twice a month to help you build your movement and be around some other amazing people just like you, check out my Movement Makers program. The link to join is right there next to me. Can't wait to see you there. Continue to believe and go join.